Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings to our almighty knights of the round table of the sacred hoop of life. Happy New Year, happy New Earth. As we step over the threshold of the transformational year of 2023, we have gone through a major dimensional timeline shift. We move deeper and further along our path of divine sovereignty, of our galactic heritage, of the cosmic consciousness of our multidimensional selves. We are becoming true galactic citizens of Mothership 33 of the Universal Alliance of Light. United we stand in the ascension of the raising of awareness through the doorways of time into the timelessness of eternity. All sentient beings are being released and freed from the programs of ignorance as we step into the enlightenment of our Buddha minds of pure awareness. In the clarity of truth, we transcend all paradigms and projections and return to the still white magnetic light at the center of all things, to be real human beings, living from our hearts, being connected to all things. Through the clear light of bliss, all earth angelic ground crew of the 144 are empowered and encouraged to live the highest love and truth of our true divine nature as one with Mother, Father, God, Creator, Source. In the personal power of the totality of our sacred self, we become the rainbow light warriors of the path with heart and consciously co-create together the new Eden, where all can live in peace, prosperity, and abundance forevermore. With our swords of truth and shields of love, we are unstoppable by any nefarious force. The goddess of love as the sacred Condor rises to the north to meet with the eagle of truth, to merge in the Hieros Gamos and transform this emanation into the paradise she has always evolved to be. Angels hold the line until our final mission is complete. We are the church, we are the event, no more doubts. We no longer fall for the separation games and feel and experience our oneness with all beings in all dimensions, timelines, and realms of God's recreation. Nothing can stop the great awakening and our holy birthrights as free spirits of the new earth ascending timeline. The dove of freedom and peace flies free over the Elysium fields to raise Shambhala from the depths of the superconscious mind of the great mystery. Feel the passion, feel the pain, and allow the Holy Spirit to consume all that no longer serves Gaia and all her children of the sun. The Grail kings and queens of the dragon lineage of Merlin of the new Avalon have returned and are rising to be crowned in the glory of the new heaven of the kingdom of God on earth. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end, where we release some very powerful codes of the New Earth. And please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 14 degrees, 42 minutes Taurus, code of the 144. And the sun is at 11 degrees, 11 minutes Capricorn, 1111 Gateway. The current Sabian symbol for the moon at 15 degrees Taurus. A man with rakish silk hat, muffled against the cold, braves a storm. And the current Sabian symbol for the sun at 12 degrees Capricorn. A student of nature lecturing, revealing little-known aspects of life. From AstrologyWeekly.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Jennifer Catron. Collective heart chakra openings, surrender the memory of what was to allow what is. Love prevails. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Juan Jose Vallejo Cívicos, January 1st, 2023. As noble souls living in the quantum frequencies of the universe, We receive and give the innate faculties, qualities, virtues, and potentials to manifest the divine intervention to reconnect humanity to Mother Earth and to the multidimensional universe in global moral integrity and spirit source grace. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Elizabeth Peru, welcome to a new day and a new energy flow as the 7 universal year arrives. 2 + 0 + 2 + 3 = 7. We now move from relationship healing 2022 to self-transformation. This is a year to put yourself first. In a 7 universal year, intellect and intuition work together. You'll be retreating within to know yourself better, so then you'll know all others too. It's the year of embracing your soul. From ElizabethPeru.com. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Rick Jewers. The heavenly halos around the sun, around the world, are forming today, a profound sign of the glorious times we are in and the heavenly acts to come. It is not a time to be stagnant. The divine forces support you when in alignment with creating the new earth, the heaven on earth scenario. The selfishness of the individual has come from the lack of caring for others, the separating lack of caring imposed upon them through the systematic structure upon the planet, a system designed to separate and control. The selfishness of the individual is currently being divinely broken down, and souls are being oriented toward the unity, and it is being done both ways, voluntary and forced upon the reluctant ones to this change of ways. Those that are forced through their circumstances that are divinely orchestrated will find an exponential implosion of their reality, forcing them to surrender, change, and unite with caring for each other. There is a divine plan in progress upon the planet, and all are at the mercy of this plan. There is no ignoring nor running away from it. This is the planetary ascension. Caring is a key to ascension. Selfishness is not. Love and Light, Rick Jewers. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Coach Diani Luz. Message from Yeshua from the Collective on 2023. The Collective will be empowered, for the Christ consciousness is going to awaken powerfully in this moment as we are crossing this threshold, because this year marks a threshold into the new. Please remember that in this new place you are already beings of light. So if in some way, in any way, you feel that you have crossed from one place to another, if you somehow feel that you no longer live in the old world, remember that even if you are not seeing it and feeling it in the physical, you are already a light being in the ethers. At 0 point, the new reality is complete. I will say that again, at 0 point, the new reality is complete. So as we are moving into creation from the 0 point, you need to tap into the light so that you are and activate the wisdom that you have, so that you can anchor the new earth through your wisdom, through your love, and through your courage. Full activation of the threefold flame. Courage will be ignited in the collective, so whatever needs to be done in order to manifest the new can be done. You will mostly be getting over your old personal fears, because if everyone does their personal work in releasing their fears and their ego and their obstacles, the new will emerge flawlessly. I will be with you during this passage and every day until the end of times. Yeshua. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel. A deep shift is happening which is awakening within the core soul, the loving essence, the truth of love in its purest divine sense. Our heart centers will expand more, as well as the universal consciousness of unconditional love and unity, which will be our guiding light, and there will be a greater movement towards communities of souls who unite as one and anchor in the age of love. These communities will start embracing the highest awareness of working together in holistic ways and with great love, co-creating new and higher ways of life. Working with Mother Earth, becoming self-sufficient in ways which will serve the greater whole. As much as greater changes and chaos will be churned up as the old guard leaves the planet for good, and their structures tumble and crumble, It is best to stay in the heart and in the higher state of love, knowing you are creating your own reality and choosing to create the highest and best with love and in love, no matter what is seemingly happening. Indeed, we will now be able to experience a much higher and deeper love and loving consciousness than ever before. Unity, oneness. We will witness the power of love transcending the old and creating the new in miraculous ways. A new humanity is born. From JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Carrie Ann Fields. I have been receiving incredible high codes for the probable timelines unfolding in 2023. I say probable as timelines can change according to how we as commanders of reality choose to steer the direction of events. We are all co-creators, and what we feel, know, and project into the collective consciousness field creates a bio-loopback effect, meaning we experience out there how we are vibrating in here. The power of collective consciousness. Will we choose glory and liberation or more slave programs? So many incredible blessings ahead and so much inner transformation still to go. Roll up your sleeves, tribe. There's work to do, but when you came to assist a planet to ascend, what else did you expect? Plan ET plan. We planned all this from our star homes, and now we get to go home to what truly represents our soul, love. It got a little crazy here for a while. Like any good script, we had some dastardly characters appear. Now it's time to re-script and take back the controls of this beautiful ship called Earth. Love, Carrie. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Diego E. Berman, Ph.D. 1123 Energy Portal, welcome to 2023 and beyond. Dear friends, today we officially start a new chapter with new timelines of reality. Although the New Year frequency started flowing in a few days ago, the collective human consciousness resonates with today as the official start of the new year. Welcome to a new journey. 2023 holds the energy frequencies of the number 7, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7, and today 1123, the first day of the year, also contains the same number 7 resonance. Interestingly, the next full moon takes place on January 6th and 7th, depending where you are in the world. Today and this whole first week of the year will be a wonderful time to connect with the qualities of the 7 energies and see them reflected in your own life and your upcoming 2023 timeline. Since antiquity, number 7 has been considered sacred and mystical. 7 is associated with wisdom, investigation, research, analysis, logic, reflection, and spirituality. This number is represented in many aspects of our life and spiritual traditions. There are 7 days in the week, the 7 degrees of perfection, the 7 celestial spheres and the branches of the cosmic tree. In ancient Mesopotamia, number 7 symbolized mystery and had a religious character. For the Sumerians, this was a special mystical and sacred number. In Buddhism, when the Supreme Buddha was born, he walked 7 steps. In Judaism, the menorah has 7 arms with candles that never go out, symbolizing our inner light. In the Muslim religion, there are 7 heavens and 7 hells, and so many other examples. Today we are jumping into this 7 energetic vortex through the 1123 portal, and during this whole year we will be immersed in this very special energy. 7 is the number of travels and inner discoveries. It also represents the physical plane dominated by spirit, totality, perfection, and consciousness, the sacred and non-physical knowledge waiting to be revealed in our lives. Also, it symbolizes cyclic completion and renewal. This new chapter that we are starting today on 1123 will last beyond this particular year. The timelines we are jumping into this year will be guiding the overall direction for the next 10 years until 2033. That said, timelines can shift and reshape, but the overall theme will be delineated in 2023. The expression of your inner light and eternal wisdom into our physical world is the main theme for this year, and will be for years to come. And as we shine individually, we contribute to the overall ascension of planet Earth. Enjoy the process, cherish each moment. We are in for an amazing ride. I wish you a marvelous 2023 adventure. Much love, we are one, from DiegoBerman.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Amera Atlantis, 2023, taking the reins of the chariot and the number 7. This is going to be one of those years we waited our entire lives to enter. 7s are universal in the collective agreement for bringing luck to gamblers and risk takers. However, this iconic symbol of fortune will be ushering in rewards to those of us who have bet on ourselves and believed in our unique missions for the planet. Many of you are exiting 2022 having boldly stepped into uncharted waters of soul calling and destiny to launch the signatures of your spirit into the world. 2022 = 6 was the year of the lovers per traditional tarot. The theme of the year has been balance and integration of the beloved within as we've journeyed bravely into the core of our inner child. You may have experienced relationship healings in many forms that have brought your inner child home. Foundations, integrations, courage, and inspirations to create from this new space of self-gnosis and unity has been a theme for 2022. Entering a 7 years where we take the reins of the new internal base and infrastructure now forming in the external world, step onto the chariot of our soul and ride. The card for a 7 year is the Chariot, Metatron's card for action, forward movement, and progress actualized. 7 is a very auspicious number, symbolizing more than luck. 7 is God's number, the number of spirit moving across the waters, the 7 seas, the 7 sons of Poseidon. There will be movement in your world this year so long as you do not stagnate, but continue the momentum you've created in 2022. Believe in your true north and stay in the flow. Create your own unique stride day after day during 2023. You are now assuming command of your destiny. Steer the chariot of your soul with its magnificent balanced stallions and part the seas of your destinies. Lord Metatron is the architect and archetypal energy that will help to animate and elevate your spirit in moments when you need inspiration or even a kick in the rear for motivation. We never ever travel alone. Giddy up, from AmeriAtlantis.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Samantha Orthlieb, 2023, the year of transformation. January 2023's theme, being in the flow. January's key words, balanced power, self-truth, selfless impeccability. Hello, awakened soul, 2023 is the year of transformation. The next 3 years, from 2023 to 2025, are choice point years in the collective consciousness. Deep transformative change will occur in us if we choose to surrender to spiritual expansion and align with our true destiny. This expansion will open us to new possibilities, bringing growing pains, and requires great inner courage. The past 3 years, 2020 through 2022, we deconstructed our deepest wounds and fears, laying them at our feet to examine and mourn over. The first 4 months of 2023, we will sift through the shadow rubble to extract what we want to keep of ourselves, plant seeds of new potential, and point our belly button in the direction that explores our highest potential as human beings. The rest of 2023 will see us embodying a new archetype, the empowered rebel. In fact, in the next 9 years, those on the Ascension path will be downloading, attuning, and embodying 13 new Earth archetypal energies that have been offline in our genetic coding. 2023 is a more introspective year where we are bridging the gap between mind and spirit. This is a combination of conscious and subconscious thinking that allows the mind to shine a light into the very deepest realms to access hidden truths. Our self-truth within our 3rd chakra will strongly emerge as we are tested this year, so that we learn to live by our own beliefs and values and anchor in our spiritual self to our earthly self. to manifest the first steps of our true destiny. A cautionary message: people are now either firmly on the path of healing, wholeness, and spiritual expansion in 5D, or are getting caught more in their 3D dysfunctional patterns, their wounding, and becoming more reactive, destructive. The old paradigm will still be dismantling old systems, publicly revealing their glaring dysfunction, and there will be an increasing divide between those that are on an accelerated path of ascension expansion and those people getting caught more in their reactive polarization and victim archetype. There are now only two paths to choose from. 2023 is a time for those of us who are passionate creators, innovators, pathfinders, and pioneers of the New Earth paradigm to courageously rise above anything that wants to block us or derail us. This is not a reference to Cabal, Illuminati, evil beings, or dark galactic forces. There is no room in 5D multidimensional reality to believe in anyone or anything that we can blame or be polarized by. Giving any of our energy to lower vibrational fears or concerns will only deplete us further. January 2023 is about us seeing and transforming what no longer serves us to move forward on this path of self-truth. This will allow those of us in these 5D higher mind, true self energies to move into oneness and the cosmic flow of abundance. As of 1/11/23, we are firmly anchored in the oneness abundance timeline and learning to flow in the grace of our true self divinity. From 5dfulldisclosure.org and from Divine Sister of the Light, Tanya Gabrielle. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023. What a stunning New Year's Day code it is in the stars and numbers, giving us wonderful instructions on how to be present now with grace. Venus conjuncts Pluto today, January 1st, 2023. 1/1/2023 adds up to a 9 universal date. Venus and Pluto are joined at 27 degrees Capricorn, reducing to 9. Love, passion, deep release, and new birth stimulate profound connection. Pluto's main gift is to help empower yourself. To begin, see where you disempower yourself, release that conditioning, and feel connected now. Venus conjunct Pluto's message is to learn to love the shadow part of yourself, your wounding, your ego, your secrets, the veil you withhold from the world. Mercury stationed retrograde in Capricorn at the very end of the year. Capricorn is the take responsibility sign. How many thoughts are you entertaining in your mind that you are not creating in this moment right now? Begin the new year by neutralizing thoughts that just pop into your head out of nowhere, which are not generated in this moment, by being fully present right now. Right now is where your breath is. When your mind wanders, take control. Your breath is your power, not your mind. From TanyaGabrielle.com. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Richard Rudd, Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA. Gene Key 38, December 31st, 2022 through January 4th, 2023. Struggle, perseverance, honor. Honor is a dynamic living energy field in itself. It is the siddhi that dawns when the warrior archetype reaches its ultimate potential. Honor is the energy field of every single human being when they are living in their individual truth. In this sense, honor is something of a paradox. Even though it seems to be the peak of human individuality, it also binds all human beings together at the level of the higher self. In the field of honor, all human beings become one. This is the true meaning of the highest warrior code. Honor turns combat into a dance. It is the sword play of love itself. From the Gene Keys book. And from the Yi Ching, the classic book of change, hexagram 38. The joyous, serene, still waters nourish life. Bliss exists in the serenity of nature. Nourishing life force brings enthusiasm to thrive. Bliss is the eternal spring of life. Vitality swims in the joyous water of service. Dissatisfaction thrives in the murky marsh of stagnancy. Energy of elation. The superior man encourages the conversation of friends and the stimulus of their common practice. The ancients named this gene key, this hexagram, the joyous, but how can we have joy without sadness? Loss is a part of human life. We all lose those we love. How we deal with loss is a deep, deep part of our learning within this gene key. Richard Rudd's 64 Ways from GeneKeys.com. And today from Here in the Moon Astrology, Sunday, January 1st, 2023, Cosmic Acupuncture. Welcome to 2023 and the unknown unknown. It might say January 1st on the calendar, but the new year really begins on January 21st, 22nd at the Aquarian super new moon, electrified by Uranus turning direct. This week, although both Mercury and Mars are retrograde, slowing and delaying action in the outer world, Venus is tangoing with Pluto in the jaws of the wolf full moon as the Sun and Mercury plug into Awakener Uranus and the node of fate. It's going to feel like a session of cosmic acupuncture as the Uranian high frequency delivers short, sharp shocks of the totally unexpected, complete with flashpoints and breakthroughs. This wolf moon on January 7th is an opening for much needed emotional clearing and healing. The Cancer-Capricorn axis and planets in your chart have been under enormous stress and transformation ever since Pluto entered Capricorn in November 2008, intensified by the devastation brought by the epochal Saturn-Pluto conjunction in January 2020. The Sun in Capricorn is conjunct retrograde Mercury, with Mars and Uranus also retrograde. The Sun and Moon are square wounded healer Chiron in Aries, trine Uranus and the karmic node of fate in Taurus. If you look closely, you might start to see this wholesale somatic and psychic restructuring as a certain kind of grace. Not the sweet, sugary grace that is the favorite Instagram kind, but a grace that is fierce and wild and has a disassembling energy to it. It's the grace of Kali, a raging grace, a creative and destructive reorganization of consciousness. We all need some gentleness now. We all need some healing. We all need a rest. It starts with being kinder to yourself and then kinder to others, making the leap to trusting in life again. It can be so easy to lose track of your home base, whether imagined as the palace of the soul, the light of the spirit, or the ventral passageways of the holy human nervous system. Your wound is not pathology, it is a path. It has something to show you that the unbroken could never reveal. When you create a holding space for the shattered pieces to reassemble, they will reveal an unmet doorway. From Here in the Moon Astrology.co.uk. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Venus conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. At the beginning of this new year, intensity builds as the love goddess meets the lord of the underworld. It can take us to a deeper place of intimacy or turn ugly, poisoning relationships with the toxic fumes of mistrust and manipulation. Investigate shadows and confront truths. Let go of toxic comparison. Consider what needs to be released to bring more of what you love into your life. It takes courage to keep your heart open when in the dark. All of us have rich inner resources that give us strength through challenging times. The trick to reach them is to strip away conditioning and get down to the bare bones. Ask yourself honestly, what do I desire? Where has fear held me back from fully living from my heart? Our greatest resource is our capacity to love. Love is a mysterious, invisible yet binding force that not even death can break. Love is the foundation. Love has the power to change everything. Love is alchemy. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 228, Yellow Resonant Star. Resonant is the name for the number 7, and its keywords are attune, inspire, and channel. The seventh day is all about adjusting your frequency, tuning yourself in so you may receive wisdom from the universe. We are now right bang in the middle of the white wind wave spell, so a good time to ponder what you've experienced thus far and attune so you may understand what steps to take next. Find a quiet space and clear your mind of chatter. The right frame of mind is essential for channeling, as it is a wave spell of communication. Today is ideal for downloading messages from spirit. Today is Yellow Star, which represents beauty, art, and elegance. Yellow Star days are great for appreciating art and beauty. Open your eyes, you can see it everywhere. Take time out from your daily grind and see the world for the magical place that it is. When you combine the meaning of the number and day, the result is channeled beauty or attuned to elegance. To summarize, it's not rocket science understanding what today is all about. Celebrate beauty and allow your beautiful, intuitive thoughts to inspire you. Create some art and make listening to your inner voice an art form. And from Divine Sis Star of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Resonant Star, 7 Lamat, Keen 228, 1st of January 2023. Attuning to the new harmonic time. 1-1-2023 equal 117 equal 18 equal 9. Day codes 1, new beginnings, original, unique, leader, independent. 9, completion, destiny, service, mission, humanity, divinity, grace. Month year codes 1, 7, spiritual test, initiation, solitude, magic, mystic, magician. 8, infinite, abundant source flow. 20, the awakening, clear vision. 23, royal star of the lion, strength, protection, support. Keen 228 equal 12 equal 3, Trinity, joy, creativity, happy new year. Welcome to 2023. Today we commence a new Gregorian year and a new month. January is the first month of the year, kicking off a fresh start, albeit a slow one with Mars, Mercury, and Uranus all in retrograde. So this will be an easing in and feeling into this new year. The number 1 initiates new beginnings and activates leadership and independent thinking. Entrepreneurs and people who are unique and original. Stimulus for new ideas and creativity, new projects and ventures. Today we have a 1-9 coding, which is the Alpha Omega sequence encompassing all that is. From the beginning to the end, completion. The closure of 2022 and the commencement of 2023. Perfecto. 2023 adds up to 7, which is the number of the soul. 7 is a deeply spiritual frequency, and as such can bring forth many spiritual tests and initiations in your experiences. In order for the soul to grow and expand, in so doing the 7 also brings forth much magic and supernatural events. An acceleration of psychic powers and awareness. The 7 is the frequency of the magician, enabling you to perform spiritual alchemy and mastery of the elements and physical matter. The 7 may also result in solitude, retreat, and isolation, a period of introspection in order to achieve greater inner standing, in order to know thyself. Although this may sound daunting, if you have attained a reasonable level of self-mastery and awareness, the 7 can bring many gifts and offer spiritual support. 2023 is bringing many gifts, enabling you to express your unique soul's essence through your desires and fulfill your divine destiny. The number 23, according to the ancient Chaldeans, was known as the royal star of the lion and promises great advancement in all areas of your life. 23 is such a strong presence that no other number can challenge the lion's strength and win. This number also engages the help and support of superiors and gives you protection from those in higher positions. 23 blesses your life with grace. January is an 8 universal month. When we add January, the first month, to the year 2023 equals 7, we arrive at the number 8. 8 is a beautiful universal frequency as it denotes flow, and specifically flow of energy from source. This energy may take the form of abundance, of money, resources, opportunity, joy, friendships, and connections. Using the powers that 7 brings, you can alchemize this flow to suit your needs and satisfy your soul's desires. Remember to keep the flow moving through both giving and receiving in order for the energy to flow harmoniously. Kin 228 is the perfect kin to initiate this very spiritual year of 2023, as this kin attunes us to the new harmonic matrix, the new world we are creating, divinely perfecto. Today is an especially beautiful day, focusing on attuning to new beauty and elegance in our delightful new world that we are creating through love, peace, grace, elegance, and compassion. Alleluia. Magic is happening. Today is day 7 in the wave spell of Ik, the great white wind who holds the power of spirit and is bringing forth the benevolent winds of change, supporting us through this transition into 2023. In this cycle, we are learning to embody spirit by becoming hollow vessels for spirit to communicate and work divine magic through our being. Today we are focusing our lens to attune to beauty, grace, and elegance as we experience the world through the eyes of spirit, appreciating this beautiful, abundant new world which we call home. Let this be the lens for creation and reflection during this wondrous new spiritual year. Aho! Tone of creation, resonant tone 7 in the emotional realm. Action inspires, power channels, essence attunement. Today we are super sensitive as we are attuned through our senses, the emotional feeling body. We are tuning in through the lens of spirit, channeling heaven's perspective of our perfected reality. What does grace, beauty, elegance actually look and feel like? We are so programmed to notice and see all the negativity and darkness in our world that we actually have to stop and pause, being mindful to notice and attune to the positive beauty in the world. This is our new default setting. Pause, be still, and sense the resonance as you are aligned with this wonderful frequency. Tune in and feel what your body is sensing. Try on the rose-colored glasses. Does it inspire and excite you? Can you remember to stop and smell the roses throughout every day? The smell, sight, and touch of roses is the frequency we are attuning to in 2023, as this is how we open our hearts and vibrate higher. In order to accomplish beauty and grace, we must be attuned to its frequency through this present moment. Everywhere is beautiful. This energy facilitates a lovely divine flow by attuning and channeling spirit to be expressed through our creativity. You can also receive inspiration to attune to service in order to make the day and life of others more joyful and pleasant. Number 7 is the frequency of the mystic and the magician, giving you the magic to channel more brilliant, inspired creations. 7 is the frequency of 2023, so the magic is enhanced today. We have a double 7 magician's code today, so feel the magic. What channel are you attuned to today? Disconnect from all that is false and attune to the divine. Claim the blessing of white mirror to endlessly reflect the beautiful world we are creating. There is an endless source of power, creativity, joy, and happiness that flows through you, an infinite supply of source energy that you as a divine child of God are permanently and irrevocably connected to, no matter where in the universe you choose to roam. This is the day and year to let out your inner child, to play, play, play. It is time to sparkle and spread the love, joy, and hope throughout your divinely brilliant play day. Share the love and share the magic. Today's question is, how can I attune to beauty, grace, and love, channeling spirit and creativity to express my unique soul's purpose this year? Am I experiencing my most beautiful life as art? Divine blessings for experiencing yourself as pure, unconditional, divine, endless love today. In la ketch a la keen. Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 228, Yellow Resonant Star. The mantra, the code for today is, I channel in order to beautify, inspiring art. I seal the store of elegance. With the resonant tone of attunement, I am guided by the power of universal fire. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. So if you'd like to support our work and mission, help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. And to our team on Patreon, being the first of the month again, many people dropped out due to the transaction not going through. So if you could please do us a favor and check that for us, we'd appreciate it. Now I'd like to thank Divine Angel of the Light, Mandeep Talwar, for your donation today. Thank you very much, Divine Angel. We appreciate you and your continued support. If you'd like to support us with a one-time donation, you could do so to our PayPal or Stripe accounts. Both links are at eaglelovecondor.com. Now, I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You could purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with powerful code from Divine Brothor of the Light, Li Parare. One in many, many in one. Multiverse, consciousness, vibratory light, thought forms, living memory, Ra, Sun, God, Tetragrammaton, Kings, Solomon's, Temple, Light, Zodiac OS overlay, planetary influence, Moon, Dyson, Sphere, Alchemy elements, Land, Water, Sky, Terraforming, Earth Realm, Duality, XY, Divine Logos, Christ Flame, Etheric Body, DNA Tree, Standing Scalar Wave, Navigation North Star, Lemuria, Lion's Gate, Crowning Portal, Inner Kingdom, God's Spark, Vibrate, Energize, Thought Reality, Next Octave, Higher Light, Oversoul, Sentient Being, Outside the Box, Evolved Aware, Being the One, Cosmic Lions, Absolute One Reality, Limitless Power, Now Present, Loving Light, Illusion, Separation, Thought, Entities, Jack in the Box, Matrix Children, Machine World, Cloning Sheep, Gods of War, Metaverse. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful and blessed year of 2023 of divine mastery, magic, and alchemy. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The Eagle and the Condor love you all. Namaste.